this.
You have to have started by now. You're probably not gonna have 20 minutes. I'm
Okay.
just warning you, because you have to be in his class when.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so, we're going. Looking forward to hearing about it.
Okay. Today we're going to learn about the world history of the Chinese part, um, which is Qin Dynasty. Have you guys heard about that before?
No.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let's go for the first article, which is on Life Science website. How one Chinese emperor changed the world. I'll give you guys 3 minutes to finish it. Genius. Nice. Could you guys pull up the PowerPoint, which is called Chapter 8? Okay. The core value to understand the Chinese Empire is that you need to understand that this is a centralized power, and the unification, the thing of a unification is crucial to the whole country, to these people. Um, just as like freedom and equality is important to American or European. So Chinese people pay attention to unification, uh, the coherent society. Yeah. When you read the article, the question for it is that what's the accomplishment of Qin Shi Huang? Can you list some of that?
One more time, would you say?
The accomplishment, like what he did, successful. Like what he built, massive things. What he created.
Oh,
Yeah.
he abolished the old feudal system, standardized the Chinese writing and currency systems, and built a vast network of roads and canals.
Yes, very good. And anything beside it?
Well, the Great Wall. I mean, the Great Wall's very well known.
All right. But that Great Wall is now the one you can see in China right now, because the current one is a rebuilt one. Is on the south of the Great Wall built by Qin Shi Huang. And let's move to the third slide of the PowerPoint. Do you know the name of this?
Uh,
It's called Terracotta Warriors. I've one question before in the AP history class, like world history, not class, the exam. It said the picture has the same function of which of the following? A was like Egypt pyramid. Like the second option is something like the White House or something. You should acknowledge that this one is for tomb, like for dead emperor.
That's where he's buried at, right?
Yes, it's buried. And the picture only shows a part of that. It's very massive. And current archaeology haven't digged out everything because it's kind of poisonous. There's a lot of mercury used to create the fake rivers underground. It's very poisonous. Scroll down to the slide 5, the fifth slide. So this is the difference between the federal government and unitary government, which is crucial to understand not only Chinese but the Asian politics. That the biggest difference, I think, is the fourth one, the one on the very bottom. Federal government has two different types of law, and unitary government has only one set of law. Can you guys come up with any example that this diagram shows? Like the example of like
Federal
two
government?
level of government. Yeah.
United States.
Yes. And sorry.
No, we're just gonna do this.
Level of government. So here, they talk about political power shared by two level of government. What does it mean?
I think it means that you'll have a governmental system underneath a governmental system, and some of them have powers such as they can make laws for the whole country, where the other one might be they're in charge of schools or something of that nature.
Okay. What do you think about Murphy?
Yeah, there's like two levels to the government and it's shared, so then it's multiple parties like in a government working together to make it run.
Oh.
Basically.
So compared to the unitary government, this one political power held by central government only, which means the central government has the absolute control over the regional government. What I mean, regional government is the same as the state government here, and the federal government. So in the U.S., the federal government doesn't have absolute control over the state government, right? That's the biggest difference. The second point here, political power is shared by two levels of government. Like the federal ones has their own power to do their own things, and the state one has a different area they need to care about. They can exercise the rules on. The Constitution one, I think this one is kind of biased, because those countries with a unitary government doesn't really have constitution. You know what I'm saying? yeah, just pay attention to this. I don't think the AP exam is going to ask about the third point because it's very tricky. And write something, just don't mention it at all. So hard to like illustrate. One set of law. You can see that in the unitary government, it looks like have an absolute power, but for the constitution, they said it's flexible and uncodified. Is that it's tricky. Forget about it. Delete it. But a lot of American and European scholars likes to mention it. It's kind of a very WASP-centric theory. It's based on the Christian culture and a representative political system. Yeah. I think that's it. It's all the main points of this class.
Okay.